Facebook. Reconnection successful.
Looks like we're back up everywhere. I think we're back up everywhere. We could be. Unique Geek Gaming followed us. Oh, I know that person.
Fantastic.
So anyway, back to what I was saying. Is Twitch back up yet? It thinks it is.
It says it's sending data.
Whatever the fuck that means. But is it receiving the data?
The worst part is I just sent out a bunch of
Online.
sent out a bunch of messages for people to watch us, and that's when Twitch decides to go down.
And we're up.
Hey, okay. All right.
Hey, I see the bit rate. All right, so anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm really glad Darth's not here currently because, man, I swear that I love that man to death, but he revels in every time I lush about that game.
Yeah, I mean,
He sits there rubbing his hands evilly.
that is where you are mistaken, because if he is rubbing his hands together at all, it is because somebody close to him is experiencing the joy of Final Fantasy XIV, critically acclaimed MMORPG.
That game has been a joyride from start to finish. If I could change exclusively one thing about that game, it's that they need to like consolidate the post game for each expansion, because boy do I hate the post game of each expansion.
Going through the patches for every expansion is a bit of a slog.
For me, it's just the lack of character growth that takes place, not narratively,
dude, I mean-
but mechanically, because, and I know why, I understand why, but it feels weird now.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I also discovered something the other day. If you buy the story skips from the Final Fantasy XIV online store, it gives you flying in the expansions that you skipped. You collect all of your Aether Currents,
Oh, okay.
both
That's
the
handy.
quest and the location ones. But you cannot go to the Final Fantasy XIV online store and just buy flying, because I would. Also love that White Ranger helmet. Yeah, dude, Tommy's chilling with us today.
Well, his head is anyway.
Poor Tommy. I wonder whatever happened to like the Power Ranger costumes after they like changed crystals. Do they just like disappear into the ethos?
Do you mean in terms of the
In the narrative lore of Power Rangers.
I imagine it's probably got something to do with like those outfits are not like a physical item. Like
Yeah,
those
they're a
are,
manifestation
those
of
are a manifestation
energy, right?
of whatever the morphin energy is. So like
It's morphin' time.
yeah, like I don't think there's anything to pitch. Like it just that one
should-
stops manifesting and the next one does start manifesting.
We should get the morph suits and go to a convention as a whole group of like severely overweight Power Rangers.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
Dibs on Kimberly.
Yeah, you know, put a pin in that. I'm not opposed to that idea.
Because we were offline, Unique Geek Gaming and Kiki 2019. Thanks for the follow.
That's 2009. That's funny.
2019.
That's really good. 200,019.
We appreciate the follow. I also really like that cat emoji.
Yeah.
That's a good emoji. I want to start using that. Yeah, I fell off Power Rangers a long time ago. I'll come back when they eventually actually make the live action adaptation of the Ultimate Green Ranger line.
Dude, I tapped after Turbo.
Space.
Turbo started and I saw the Turbo movie and I was like, nah, this ain't it, Jack.
For me, it was space. that was about where I tapped out.
Because
Although I
like,
did get a couple of the Power Rangers in Space toys because they had the cool hoverboards that they flew through space on.
see, I like for me it was like because dinosaurs are dope. Zords, fantastic. I'm into it. And then with the first movie, Ivan Ooze showed up and they lost the Zords, and then they switched over to being the ninjas, and instead of them being dinosaurs, they were like regular animals. And I was like, okay, you know what? I can still get behind this. And then there were cars, and I was like, nope, this is boring. I'm done.
In space, they were spaceships.
Yeah, but that happened after Cars. I set up my bindle, I started walking on the train tracks, and I never looked
Ooh.
back.
I do like this one. PlayStation, Sony, finally offering different colored faceplates and new controller colors for the PS5.
I had to, dude, you don't shut something down without knowing that you've got it in the bag. Like, I don't know what the hell took them a year to do it.
Yeah,
But,
third-party custom faceplates were immediately nipped in the butt by Sony all over the place. There were some where you could still get them, but they, were definitely not being sanctioned by any means. But now Sony has announced we are getting a matching set of controllers and faceplates. And if you think I'm not buying the hot pink one for my flamboyant ass, you are mistaken.
It's the purple for me, man.
That purple does look good. I also the
Dude,
light
honestly,
blue
dude,
looks real good.
there's
They
not
all
a
look
bad
good.
color there. It's just I
the
can only
red.
have one.
Not a fan of that red, because it's like a maroon red. I want it to be. I would want it like blood red, or Spider-Man red.
Like some really bright pop, like Kirby foot red.
Even that's a little too dull for me. Got to dial that saturation way up. But yeah, I don't think we have confirmation on price of the faceplates yet, at least that I've seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything about how much they might cost, but
I imagine the controllers will be $70, as they are.
Ideally, you'll be able to hopefully they'll do some kind of bundle where you can get
You get the controller and the faceplates.
because I want the purple controller and I want the purple faceplates, and if I can get both at the same time and save like $5-10 doing it, sign me up.
Might even trade in one of my white ones to GameStop for that.
I only have the one.
Oh, I have three now. I have
Well-
two white ones and a black one. But the black one is mine. No one else in the house is allowed to touch it or use it. And as a matter of fact, it's not even paired to the PlayStation right now. It's paired to my phone. It has the phone mount on it because I've been playing. I got a year free of Apple Arcade, and there's a bunch of different games I've been playing, and so I've got the mount on it, and my phone sits in there, and I'm just.
That's interesting.
Also, those Silas814 followed us this minute.
Hey,
That's my boy.
That's the boy.
That's the boy. I mean, it's great. It's weird though because it's really top heavy, and so I have to expend a lot of energy holding it upright, or else it just topples over. But it is fun. First time chat from viewer. Hey, Dad. I'm okay, Dad.
Dude, ever since seeing that, anytime I play a Pokemon game, I name my Caterpie Bobby. There's always a what?
I don't think either of us have any right to discuss this.
Okay, hold on. We'll put a pin in this.
Put a pin in
'cause
that
I
one?
have because that's nothing more than a springboard onto a much bigger discussion. That is,
That one's also you then.
dude, 1,000-Year Blood War announced. We got the trailer, and it looks super spicy. I have not been shy about this on this program. Well, thank you very much, Silas. But I love Bleach. I understand that narratively speaking, it's bad. Like, that's objectively, the narrative is not coherent. It goes back on itself a bunch. There's a whole lot of characters acting significantly outside of their established parameters. What is up, Darth?
Oh, you just say his name and he appears. We were just talking about you.
Yeah, we just got done talking about the insanity that is the fact that like they've had to shut down sales of Final Fantasy 14 and
First time chat from viewer Laura, 1984, 2013. What up?
No,
How it do?
It's not what up, it's what up.
What up?
My blood pressure mostly. The temperature for this time of year.
His blood pressure, coronavirus cases, the temperature in December.
Yeah.
Unhear about Final Fantasy 14.
Unhear about it. It doesn't exist anymore. It's a myth.
It's a myth.
You know what? Just because I've made this joke outside of stream a whole bunch doesn't mean I shouldn't make it on stream. So they don't have servers, right? And they like Square Enix has been like, yo, we will pay above market price for servers. And ultimately all they really have to do is wait for Blizzard to finally accept that it's dying. And
Yoshi P suffering from success.
yeah. Yeah, like I feel so bad for the guy because like he's done nothing but amazing things. And
He's gotta be at home freaking out about all
like,
this.
People want to play this game and they can't, and because I care about this project, I'm gonna internalize that as guilt. And Yoshi P, we love you. Don't beat yourself up, man. We just want you to be happy.
I need Joe Cat to make a video about unhear about this game. It's not real.
Yeah,
I also somehow I blame Asmongold for this.
And dude, the Asmongold as the leader of the charge of the massive exodus from World of Warcraft because Blizzard sucks.
But he would be upset with me if I died for him, so I won't. That's a good take. Yeah, I mean, I think Asmongold jumping ship brought a lot of people to the game. You know, we keep making jokes about just wait for Blizzard to collapse because they don't know him. Oh, thank you. It's actually really gross because I have played 2 back-to-back shows and it needs washed.
Oh my God!
Also,
Just take the compliment.
That's why I also sound like this today. I'm a little hoarse.
Yeah, at some point, Blizzard's going to quit fighting, and they're going to have a nice garage sale on their lot in California, and
Santa
Santa Monica, and Square Enix homies can roll up with a couple of Ford F-150s,
couple of
U-Hauls, and just be like, "Here's $80. We're going to take these servers," and
I hope so.
Yeah,
honestly.
and the problem will solve itself.
But back to Bleach coming back from the dead.
Yeah, back from the dead.
The Undertaker coming out the coffin.
Straight up, out of nowhere. I'm so excited because while from a narrative standpoint, Bleach is objectively not the best thing in the world, it's very fun. It's fantastic as a shonen because you've got a lot of really awesome characters that have these really cool abilities, and to see these characters that I watched. By the way, this is back when YouTube was just like the only reason YouTube existed was for people to upload episodes of anime in 3 parts for an episode because you couldn't have a video that was bigger than like a certain file size. So episode 1 of Bleach was episode 1, part 1, 2, and 3. And for like, it's been almost 20 years since seeing these characters. And no, we don't have like a Twitch bot or anything like that. We're just gonna pick somebody that's in chat at random, and then they'll get whatever in the mystery box, which could be a goat.
I just can't wait for you to see it now because
No, that's why I'm going to continually call back to the joke to make sure that I don't forget it so that you get to have that.
Thank you.
Don't ever say I didn't do anything for you. Yeah, it's... I don't think we're getting it until like October next year. So there's
Yo, fan subs. When the attack names had like the coolest subtitle animations.
I wish I love it when a show does that thing where
Yo, Naruto.
they do the
Use the Rasengan.
Naruto hit him with the Rasengan. Oh, Darth. You're gonna make me blush on stream.